Hello everyone, I am Vivanchala. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Space Engine. This is a series of short videos in which I will explain some concepts about the universe. As such, theory of general relativity, dark matter, and particle physics. I will upload every day, so stay tuned. I hope you enjoy. Today I'm going to explain that fundamental concepts are closely related to space. Day and night. The sun rising and setting has to do with the Earth floating in outer space. The day is when a certain part of the Earth receives light from the sun, and night is when that part doesn't receive any light from the sun, or more precisely is in the absence of light, due to the Earth casting a shadow on itself. As the Earth rotates around on its axis, different parts of the world will get shown by the sunlight, and that's how we assume that the sun rises and sets. 4 seasons. In ancient times, most of the people believed that the Earth was flat and we are at the center of the universe. If you used the proof that the Earth was experiencing day and night to debunk the theory or the model, then it wouldn't work, because they would still find a way to explain this using the old model of the universe. But they would find it tricky to explain the 4 seasons in the year using that model of the universe. So what causes the seasons? The Earth revolves around the sun once a year. The seasons are explained by the fact that the Earth's rotating axis is slightly tilted rather than being straight. So, for example, summer in the northern hemisphere is due to the northern hemisphere being slightly closer to the sun. Winter in the northern hemisphere is when the hemisphere is further away from the sun. The other seasons are neutral because the Earth doesn't tilt forwards or away from the sun, but 90 degrees to the sun. Epicycles. The motion of Saturn, as viewed from the Earth, is that it goes back and goes forward and backward and so on. So you see that the Saturn moves in a rather unexpected way. This therefore couldn't be explained by the ancient model. To solve this problem, the ancient people added the idea of an epicycle, which meant the planets not only orbited the Earth, but around on its own orbit. But as observations got better, the model kept getting more complicated, and at a point many thought that it was too complex to be the reality. Copernicus was one of them and put forward the idea that we are not at the center of the universe, but off-centered. He stated that the center of the universe is the sun, and all the planets moved in complete circles around the sun. This explained that the movement of Saturn in a simpler way, as this motion was due to the perspective we observed Saturn, and this is changing as we are orbiting the sun far quicker than Saturn. But this model had a minute flaw, as the positions of the planets couldn't be accurately predicted. This was solved by Kepler, who proposed the idea that orbits are not a perfect circle, but an elongated ellipse. Orbits. Einstein came up with a revolutionary idea. The force of gravity is an illusion, not a force. He stated that it's the nature of space-time itself. Gravity is a property of space. And if you have a massive object in space, it warps space towards the center of itself, which causes other matter to be attracted towards it. So the motion of planets was a straight line, but as space is curved, an object which would otherwise move straight would end up curving. And as the curvature is a property of space, everything follows the same trajectory. This theory is called theory of general relativity. A visualization for this model could be space being imagined as a fabric attached with tension, some mass as warping the fabric. When some marbles are put on the fabric, the warps would make them orbit the mass. This theory also gave rise to the prediction of a very fundamental object in astronomy, a black hole. These are objects that are so heavy they warp space so much that even light cannot escape its gravitational pull. Thanks for watching. Please share your thoughts and ideas in the comment section below. Bye.